Man, this time of the year sucks. Here in Tennessee. It's cold outside in the night, in the morning, and then it's AC during the day. But anyways, I'm out here in the shop with the heat rolling, wearing my jacket and everything. Later I'll be wearing shorts and a t-shirt. But for the past couple months, I've had this 94 Camaro I've been fixing up for my girlfriend. And I ran across a broken head bolt inside the block. So my first attempt was drilling it out and using a spiral extractor. And I bought the cheapest spiral extractors in town. I really think they were. They sucked. They stripped out. So I decided, I threw those in the toolbox and just said, screw it, I might need those one day. But anyways, I tried welding on it, and the car was in the driveway, so we didn't have a good enough extension cord to get the welder all the way over there to really get a good weld on it. It's on the passenger side, which was the furthest side away. Moved the car, and still no luck. Couldn't figure out what's going on. And then I started to think, I'm not able to get enough heat in this bolt because it's inside of a big cast iron block that's halfway full of water. So I turned the welder all the way up almost. And it's not a cheap welder. It's a decent welder. So I just started snapping welds off. Moral of the story is I bought a square taper type extractor, and I need a good pilot hole for that extractor. So I put a bead on top to cover up the previous hole, which was kind of crooked and a little small. And I need a drill guide. So in case you don't know what a drill guide is, it's literally just a piece of metal with a straight hole through it that I can put on the deck of the block, and then it'll guide my drill straight. So I gotta flatten the weld, center punch it, dead center, as close as I can get anyways by eye, which is good enough. Then I need to place my drill guide on top of the block. Now this is a 4th gen Camaro, it's just a V6, but to remove the engine is extremely hard. I don't want to try to remove the engine. I have no reason to remove the engine if this bolt comes out. The driver's side head is on, it is torqued. The heads have been restored. I'm sure you guys can go back in the videos and you'll see some. I did a video on the valve job after the heads got back from the machine shop. Anyways, I need to get this bolt out. So I'm out here today. I've been working on some new seat rails for the 83 project. I've got another car, and it's in good shape. This is actually the most rust in the entire car right there. Is on the parts I needed, but it's surface rust. Anyways, I was out here all day yesterday working on that. Got up this morning to come out here with an idea of making a drill guide. I don't own a drill press, so I'm going to be still chancing it, but I'm going to find me, I think I want to do steel. I wish I had a block of aluminum. If I had a really nice thick piece of aluminum, about 3/4 of an inch to an inch thick, they'd be perfect. Easier to drill through. Well, no, it wouldn't be a good idea, because then I wouldn't be able to tack it to the block or anything like that to keep it straight. Anyways, let's work through this and see what we can get. And yeah, rocking the boot today. I've been trying to lay off the dip. It's just, it gets in the way too much. I have to, if I'm outside working on stuff, I just want to naturally have one in. So I'm trying to quit because I don't really want that much nicotine. Yeah, so puffing on this thing a little bit here and there. So let's get to work in the shop. I mean now, go to work. Oh, me. Okay. All right. Found this big boy. plug this thing in here. It's going to die. So I don't even have a measuring tape over here, but it's probably 1.5 inches square. That should work. Not gonna be drilling there in that hole, because that would just, actually, you know what? I think I remember trying to drill this before. This stuff was hard. It's very hard. I don't know. What is the center shot? Oh my god. I have all this junk. It would have moved stuff around like I want to. There we go. That works. So I don't know if I could really drill that stuff. If I still had my forge up and running, had coal for it, I'd throw that in there and soften it right up. But I know a propane torch won't get it hot enough to anneal it. So I don't know, I need to decide what size hole. So I bought this brand new set of DeWalt's. The last set I had a bunch of them break on me. User error probably, but so I need to probably run me a pilot. Let's see which one of these has a small cross section. All these have a decently sized cross section. I don't want to go too small though. Let's see, we go 9/64 here, which is size up from 1/8. Should get us in the ballpark where we need to be, but my problem is this doesn't have the freaking flats on it. Is this 5/32 have flats? No, it does not. Alright, we might need to pilot with the 3/16. It's a lot bigger than I was wanting to pilot with, but it has the flat spots on it for my drill chuck to grab a hold of really well. I guess we could start trying to spot with this. Only issue is my only vise is over here. Let's see. Put that 9/32 back and screw it. Don't want to snap any more bits. I'm tired of snapping bits. Set this on that. The problem is this end is mushroomed, and I want to try to get this flat so I can get, you know, pretty parallel. I got some oil here for the drilling process here, so let's go ahead and get this bad boy chucked up real nice to bottom it out as much as I can. But I'm not really putting a lot of pressure because I'm not trying to break this drill bit. Doesn't do nothing if it ain't plugged in. I can tell you right now the lights are going to flip in here in a second because that's not plugged in. There we go. Alright. Single speed, well, not single speed, but variable speed trigger, old school DeWalt. Should do okay. This should allow me to get pretty darn straight. I can eyeball it really well. It's starting to cut it, but it's very slow. I'm gonna move this. I don't have many places to move it to. Alright, we'll give that a shot. Get some more oil on that bad boy. just realized that drill bit would grab that and throw that oil everywhere. Come back when I break the drill bit. Alright. So I ended up getting towards the end there, and the drill bit was having a hard time, so I went and grabbed my 1/8 inch there and just got it to go all the way through. Once I got it all the way through, now I'm wanting to check how straight it is. And you can see it doesn't look too straight, but you can see here, there to there, and it's off a little bit there. Yeah, it is on that side too. Okay, it's not too bad. Just using 12-inch calipers there just to get a rough estimate. No serious measuring or anything. Just an estimate. I've got this cut on my thumb from that seat bracket yesterday. Just being ignorant and not wearing gloves while handling that metal, but I've had to touch up the drill bit a couple times with this little tiny stone just to keep a good edge on it, because it did feel like it was kind of starting to fight a little bit here and there, but it was also doing all of the piloting, you know, which ain't good. So now let's set this back up against it. Now we need to go for full through. See how much quicker it is to drill a hole once you actually have a pilot hole. Of course, you don't really know how deep that was, but so it was almost a 1/4 inch, but or so. I don't know. Don't hold me to it. But now I just gotta get this drill bit out, and we're going to go up to a 1/4 inch. And I believe 1/4 inch is going to be our final size on this. But this is when it's going to really be important to make sure we hold the drill perpendicular to this, because this is going to be the actual guide hole. What we've done so far has just been a pilot. So I guess it would be a good time to get some eyeballs on centering here. So actually, let me get the camera over here so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to measure on the top here from this edge to this edge, right? And then I'll flip it over, measure that same number. And we're within about 30 thou, which is not bad for hand drilling. So I will settle for that. But I do need to make sure this goes straight. So some movement here on that. First time this 1/4 inch has seen anything other than the factory. So I want to take my time with this and be very diligent about it. A little bit through the block. I need to get some oil on this bad boy. And now I've got a pretty good guide. I'm going to set it back down here so it actually doesn't move around as much. And once I go through, I go into wood and not steel. And that's why my drill bits don't last long. So I give them hell. Alright. Now I just got a little bit more ways to go, but I wanted to clean out the chips. And I put my drill bit down in the oil there, spin it up to speed. It cleans all the chips off the tip. I wish I had my oil bottle. Just place some here and just squirt some in there. So that went through. Let's go ahead and clean it up right quick. Okay. Then real quick, I'm just going to take my little deburr tool here and just give it a few quick spins. I don't want to create a chamfer, I just want to break the edge there. So now that's done. Just some water, wipe it off here. And also going to clean off the bench a little bit here. Oh yeah, I wonder how much that went down my boots. You ain't working hard if you ain't getting shavings in your boot. So now, I'm going to grab my calipers. Do the same thing here, just get a rough estimate here on what I got for centering. Not centering, but straightness. Centering doesn't matter. Let's see how much that is. Ooh, it's a little much. About 45 thou difference from top to bottom. There you go. Let me bring you in so I can show you that gap. Focus. See that gap? That, let me show you the numbers. That's how much we are out from straight. And that's only in this plane. That's not in this plane. I can do that, but this end is pretty rough. We'll get a close estimate here. Let's just go ahead and grab that. It's about the same. So they're X and Y, we're pretty dang close on straightness. I think that's really it for the video. I'm not going to really sit here and try to shoot a video of me in a tight area trying to drill a hole. Because this is the real educational part right here, is just making a drill guide itself. And I've still got plenty of material here I can use for, you know, plenty of other things I want to use it for. So I didn't just waste this whole big chunk of 1.5" square on a stupid drill guide. But you're working on anything, you know, fragile or hard to remove, it's good to have stuff like this so you don't have to go through extra work. So wish I would have done this from the get-go. I probably would have already had the other head on as well, and we'd probably be driving the car. But it is what it is. Thanks for hanging out in the shop here and learning a little bit alongside here, so we can get back to work on our cars and enjoy them on the road. So thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.